ladies and gentlemen, your Washington Wizards have made a trade. They have a point guard. The Washington Wizards have traded for Monte Morris and Will Barton. And gave up Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Ish Smith, who I believe is on his record-breaking 13th team, 14th team, something like that. Very interesting. Very interesting. I'm just still trying to set up here. Obviously, I got Chick-fil-A in the back. I went out to go get something to eat. I had to rush back to the house. I'm hungry. I ain't even get to eat my chicken biscuit yet. I ain't even get to settle down yet before I can talk, before, you know what I mean? They want to make all kinds of moves and whatnot. W's or L's in the chat for the trade, guys. You W trade? Is this how we feeling? W trade or L trade? W or L? What do you guys feel? How do you guys feel about the trade? W or L? Let me know. As I still try to get set up here. W. Cool. Okay. Seeing a lot of W. W if Morris is a backup. W for Wizards. L for the Nuggets. It's a W, but I feel like we're about to trade one of our young forwards. Diego hype. Okay. Seeing a lot of W's. That's good. I think it's a W trade. I definitely think it's a W trade for sure. It's a win. It's definitely a win. Getting Barton was definitely a plus. I believe you're going to look at the contracts too. I know Monte Morris has 2 more years left on his contract and Will Barton isn't expiring. So I'm going to look at these contracts real quick so we can all look at it. Put that in the chat, pin that. Alright. Cool. Let me share the stream too. Let me share my own content first. Get my own content out there. But yeah, I definitely think this is it's a good trade for the Wizards for sure. I definitely think it's a good trade for the Wizards.
Yes, sir.
Thank you for the sub, my man.
Sir.
I wish I could read the language. Really wish I could. Appreciate the sub. Thank you very much. I'm still trying to get set up a little bit real quick, guys. Sorry. I just wanted to hop on because I know everybody's like hype about it right now. Alright, I'm shared on Twitter. Alright, let's go, guys. Let's go. If you guys are in here, please make sure you like the video up for your boy. If you want to join as a member, you can click the link in the pinned chat. If you want to donate and hit your boy up with a super chat, you can support in that area as well. But today we have Wizards news. We actually have Wizards news. The Washington Wizards, they have traded Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Ish Smith to acquire Will Barton and Monte Morris from Denver. Obviously, naturally, Denver connections, ties to Wes Unseld Jr. The Washington Wizards get a point guard who's... I like Monte Morris, I do. I do like Monte Morris. I think he's a guy who, could start. I wouldn't hate him starting, but, I don't view him as a de facto starter like that. I'm not looking at him as the point guard right now. I think Washington, I wouldn't be surprised if they're still looking, at point guards. And then Will Barton, local guy. He can get buckets. I I think this is a good trade for the Wizards. You know, you can look at it as a predictable trade, which it is. It is a predictable move. But the Wizards needed a point guard. They had 2 missing spots. They needed a point guard. And then I think Will Barton, getting him on the expiring was a really nice ad. You know, I think this is a W trade for Tommy. I think this is a good trade. And I think a lot of people would agree. You know, I'm seeing a lot of excitement. I've seen a lot of excitement in the chat. So that's good. You know, everybody seems to agree with the move for the most part. Some people say if, you know, it's for him to be a backup, then that's even better. I mean, hey, it was a good move. It was definitely a good move from Tommy. Tommy has been very good with trades. You know, Tommy has definitely done a good job with trades and the trade aspects of things. And I think he won this. I think he won this. You know, KCP is a good addition for Denver. You know, Ish is, you know, Ish. He just gets added into stuff. I do think there's more moves on the way, guys. I don't think this is it. I don't think Tommy's done by any means. But, you know, hey, I think it's good. It was a W. It was definitely a W trade. I definitely think it was a W trade. They got them a point guard. And they got them a guy who can score as well in Will Barton. You know, so that's nice. That's always nice. Let me see what you guys think. I said in the chat. Eric, you said W trade, but this can't be it. Sorry, said Monte Morris is a big W. Say Tommy said big D. Barton is a 2 or a 3. I have to sneeze. Hold on. Excuse me. Monte Morris is... I said Monte Morris. Will Barton. What do they classify him as? Do they classify him as more of a 3? I feel like they classify him more as like a small 4. Yeah, I think I think Will is kind of like a 2/3, more 3/2. But yeah, let's look at the contracts. Will Barton, he has 1 more year left on his deal. He's at 14 mil, 14.3 mil. Then he's an unrestricted free agent after the season. He's 32 years old. You look at Monte Morris. He's 27 years old. He has this year and the next year before he hits unrestricted free agency. Getting paid 9 mil, pretty much 9.1 mil this season, 9.8 mil next season. So, I mean, you get Monte Morris, who's I think is a good player for sure. Doesn't cost you a lot of money right now, which is terrific. And then, like I said, you get a guy like Will Barton, who's an expiring, who can definitely help you. I mean, put the ball in the hoop. You know, he could definitely help you put the ball in the hoop. I like the trade for the Wizards. Like I said, obviously the work isn't done. I think there's still a lot of questions. You know, there's still a lot of questions that the Wizards have to figure out with the team. But yeah, I think this is an easy W. I think this is an easy W for the Wizards. I don't really have any complaints about the trade. I don't think there's anything to complain about when it comes to the trade. Only thing you can hope for is like the moves continue to come. You know, it's not the most exciting thing. You know, it was predictable. A lot of people was predicting Monte Morris to become a Wizard and KCP probably being involved. But it's all right. You know, I would consider it a win, but I mean, I'm not doing backflips over it. But it's cool. I think it's cool. You know, I definitely think it's cool.
Sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
It's cool.
Yes, sir.
If I had to do an emote, you know, like Fortnite, like an emote. If I had to emote to give my like view of the trade, to put it in emote terms, that's how I feel about the trade right there. Small clap. That's how I feel about the trade. Cool trade for sure. They didn't lose. You know, I think they definitely got a good deal. But what's next? You know, what's next, man? What's next? Melba, thank you for the subscription, my guy. Thank you. But yeah, that's my thoughts on that trade. You know, good trade, cool trade. Like the players we got back. Cool with the players we had to give up for it. More work to be done. Would I like them to continue to search for a point guard? 100%. I would enjoy Monte Morris as the backup for sure. I'm cool with him starting. I mean, he's not my de facto, like, oh, we got Monte Morris. We good at point guard now. Like, we straight at the point guard position now. That's it. Like, we got our guy. I'm not like that about Monte, but it's a good start.
Yes, sir.
It's a good
Yes,
start.
sir.
I 100% think it's a good
Yes,
start.
sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Izzy, thank you for the subscription. Appreciate you, my guy. Thank you. Let's see what some of you guys are saying. Kevin, I think you were right, maybe, about us being a mystery team for DeJounte. No way we carrying all these forwards for next season. I still want Rui starting over Barton. Eric, you said, what is it saying about Denny Rui next year? I don't know. Like, they consider him a 3. I don't know, man. Somebody's got to go. That's why I said there's more moves to be made, because Will is like a 3. I mean, I can easily see him sliding into that KCP spot at the 3. So, I don't know. I don't know. They still got a lot of forwards on this team that could be moved. They got a lot going on. So now they got Barton, Rui, Kuzma, Denny. They got a lot. I mean, Kispert, if you want to count him as like a 3/2, they got a lot going on. Easy, you said W. Washington. Aviv, you said worst thing as an Israeli, 2 constant wars while having to watch the Washington Wizards. Randy, you said this isn't a W or an L trade. This is a mid as hell trade. Moves the needle in a sense that we have a point guard, but an L because we lost the one consistent 3D threat on this team. That's how you feeling, Randy? Talk to him. Chase, you said, can we still get Brogdon? I think Brogdon is still on the table. I 100% think Malcolm Brogdon is still on the table. I don't think getting Monte Morris takes the Wizards out of the Malcolm Brogdon sweepstakes. If there is a sweepstakes for them. They're like, there's not a lot of teams that's wanting Malcolm Brogdon right now or needing him. So, for the people who think this means no Malcolm Brogdon, I think you're sadly mistaken. I think Malcolm Brogdon is still a legitimate option for the Wizards. Just because they got Monte Morris doesn't mean they view Monte Morris as their starter. You know, Malcolm Brogdon, I can still see them trying to work a trade for him. DeJounte Murray, I think that's a pipe dream. I don't see that happening. I could be wrong, but I don't see that happening. I could definitely see Monte Morris. You know, I can see maybe they want Victor Oladipo or something. They say he's not going back to Miami. I mean, hey. I think there's still a lot of options. There's still a lot of moves to be made before, you know, I feel like this team is like, yeah, like they like that. Like the move was cool, definitely cool. This trade was cool. It was a necessary trade. You know, they needed a point guard. It was cool. But I mean, I'm not jumping for joy, you know. But it's cool. It's a cool trade for me. IMO, as they say. Mo, you said Barton gone. Just wait. Jermel, what's going on with you? You said kill Mo. What a thrill gonna go off. He's basically back home. Chimp, what up, D Wizards family? What's going on, Chimp? NBA, you said, did you see the Monte Morris game winner versus the Warriors? I did not see that. NBA. I'll look that up. I'll be looking up Monte Morris highlights in my spare time now. Rail, do you say, do you think DeJounte is still on the table for us? I don't know. I just doubt it. I doubt it. I'm like, the Wizards traded for DeJounte Murray. I'm at like a 1% chance, 2% chance of that happening. I just don't think that's realistic. I just don't. I could be wrong though. DC said, if there are no picks involved, Shepard essentially traded Ish for Monte Morris. Both KCP and Barton are expiring contracts, so it's a wash. Yeah. Kay, you said, I think it's good because Washington is getting players that will stay in their roles. Many times, KCP thought he was a PG, which drove me crazy. Izzy, you said, I am sad we had to give up KCP, but I am happy for Moore's pickup. Jermel, you said, I think Rui would have played good if he had played the entire season. Nicest
Yes,
film.
sir. Yes,
You
sir.
said, Will Barton is from the
Yes,
DMV.
yes,
He's a
sir.
young guy.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Unfazed, thank you for the sub. I appreciate you, bro. Let me see what Will Barton is from. He is local, though. He's a local guy. I know that for sure. Yeah, he was born in Bmore. He was born in Baltimore. So he's a guy from the Bmore area. So yeah, he is a local guy. Just Nathan, you said we get defense from Johnny Davis and we get 3-point shooter from Morris. KCP was expendable. Kevin said let's go get Murray. Everyone is available. Kay, you said, do you think Kuz is gone or the younger guys? I mean, I think Kuz could potentially be gone. I think that's very possible. I think some of the young guys could be gone. I don't think there's anybody outside of like Porzingis right now and obviously Brad. I don't think there's anybody who's like off the table. I mean, I guess maybe Johnny since they just got him. I don't think anybody's off limits right now except for like maybe 2 to 3 people. Other than that, like I think everybody's up for grabs. I mean, who knows? I mean, the Wizards may be more willing to trade, some like Kuz, as reports said, than others, but we'll see. Nicest, he said, so as of right now, how good is the starting lineup of Morris, Beal, Barton, Kuz, Kristaps with a bench of Davis? I said Davies. Shoot me. Davis, Kisper, Denny, Rui, and Gafford. It's all right. It's all right. That's an all right team. Like, I don't look at that team and it doesn't put any fear in my heart. I think that's like a 8th seed, 8th seed-ish. Maybe up there sometimes 7th seed, maybe 9th seed, depending on how good the East is. Depending on how good the East continues to improve. Like that's an all right team. Like right now, that looks on paper. That looks like an okay team. Like it's an okay team on paper, in my opinion. That looks like a okay team. NBA, you said Nuggets fan must be mad. Eric, you said Kuz and Morris are childhood friends, like elementary school. Really? I never knew that. Kevin said at this point I'll be fine with Kemba Walker because if Kuz could turn around his luck, why can't Kemba do the same he did in Charlotte? Kuz was younger though. Kimba's like, nah. I think his time has come. Jamel, you said Wiz won this trade for show. Morris and Barton coming from playing in the playoffs last season. I would give an F. I'm getting that Wall Clippers jersey. That's facts. DC Bullets, you said Barton wanted to sign. Barton wanted to sign him in 2017 with the Wizards. Yeah, I think. I remember the Wizards talking about Barton and being interested in him in the past. I remember them talking about that. Unfazed, you say y'all think Monte will play backup PG behind Davis. Davis isn't starting. For the people who think Johnny Davis is starting on this basketball team, I'm sorry to say, y'all are pretty crazy. He's not starting. The man's coming off the bench. I don't even think he should be a 1. He should be a 2. The Wizards will maybe try to make him play at the 1 here and there, but he's a 2. I mean, in the NBA, I think he's a 2. And he's not starting. Johnny Davis is not starting. Chippy said, what was the trade? It was Monte Morris and Will Barton for Ish Smith and KCP. If Evie said, I'm just kidding, chill out in life, either cry or laugh. As she was laughing. Yeah, Evie, sometimes you gotta laugh, bro. You just gotta laugh. Maddie said, if Davis starts at the 1, we are probably screwed. Yeah. Johnny Davis shouldn't be... No, he shouldn't be starting. Jermaine said he definitely should be a 2. NBA says there an update on the trade. Maddie said, oh no, Bill's buddy KCP left. Hey, sometimes you gotta get him up out of there. Is there an update on the trade? Let me see. Let me look at Woj's Twitter account. Nah, it just says deal is getting 47 minutes ago. He said deal is getting final approvals now and expected to be completed soon. Okay, so let me ask you guys this. Does this rule? I mean, does this trade excite you? To put it in baseball terms, because I keep going back to baseball. What would you classify this as? A single, a double, a triple, a home run, a sacrifice bunt? What would you guys classify this as in baseball terms if you guys watch baseball? I said it was a single. I think it's a single. You know, it's productive. It's a productive trade. But, you know, there's work to be done. You know, it's predictable. And there's more work to be done. But, you know, it was productive. It was a single. I don't think it was a double. In my opinion, I don't think it was a double. But I know some people probably would definitely call it a double move. They would say it's a double. I think it's a single. It's cool. It's something I expected to happen. I'm not shocked by this. I expected this trade to occur. Will Barton is nice. Like I said, KCP and Will, you exchange expirings a little bit. That's cool, definitely. I would say single. You know, it's productive. It was a good trade. I call it a single, in my opinion. I know a lot of people may say, you know, double. I say single. Nick, you said would DeJounte or SGA be a home run no matter the calls? I would say DeJounte or SGA, especially SGA, is a home run, in my opinion. And Tommy's pretty good with trades, so I don't think the Wizards would get the short end of the stick that much, because I do trust Tommy when it comes to trades. Majority of the time, Tommy is like winning his trade. I don't know if he's like fully lost the trade yet. Maybe like one. Maybe like when they traded to get Aaron Holiday or something, maybe, but Tommy's pretty good with the trade, so I think a DeJounte or SGA trade would 100% be a home run. That's a home run type of move. Morris and Barton, I think, you know, that's a nice single right through the gap. Nice single right through the gap. Unfazed, you said single. Kevin, you said double. Diego, you said double. Daniel 4, you said, do you think Barton is going to be traded for Brogdon? I don't know. I mean, maybe they would flip him, but I don't think he would. I don't think they would flip him. I think he's on the team. D-Life, you said, did you see Bill was at the facility to give Johnny some love for joining the team? Bill ain't going nowhere. Yeah. I see the tweet too, because we were talking about it not too long ago. We were saying, like, people were saying how it was weird that nobody wished him, introduced him or said, what's up, blah, 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 on Twitter. But Johnny said that he received texts from Rui, Denny, Brad, Cal, and Corey Kispert welcoming him to the Wizards, which I was like, they probably texted him. So, yeah. Major Dobb is becoming a member. Welcome to the Wiz family, my guy. Thank you for the membership. 7 out of 10. We getting closer to that 10-member goal. Thank you, my guy. Major Dobb is coming through. Dub for you, my guy. Thank you, Major. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for the support. Okay. So we got some doubles. We got some singles. Cool. Dap, what's going on, my guy? You said, what do you think starting lineup looks like now? Definitely a single, not a W trade. And do you think Tommy is done? I don't think Tommy is done by any means. I don't think Tommy's done. There's so much more work to be done. Currently the lineup I would think currently the lineup is looking like Monte, Beal. I would say Barton, because Wes Unseld Jr. knows Will Barton and knows what he can do. I would say Will Barton. He just slides in for KCP. Kyle Kuzma and KP That's what I think the starting lineup is right now. Until any further moves are made. That's the starting five. Wes is very familiar with Will, very familiar with Monte. He knows their strengths, he knows their weaknesses. He's been around them for a while. So he's very comfortable putting both of them in the starting lineup if he needs to. I'm pretty sure about that. Pretty sure he has no issue with it. I definitely think Wes will have no issue starting Barton, especially Morris as well, if it came down to it. I just don't think the Wizards are done. I 100% think they're going to continue to make moves. I think they're going to 100% continue to make moves. Unfazed, you said SA wants 4 first rounders and a role player.
Yes, sir.
No
Yes,
thanks.
sir.
Yes,
sir.
Flo Fearless, thank you for the
Yes, sir.
sub. I appreciate you, bro. Appreciate the sub. Yeah, when I see SA and I see the little report saying that they want 4 first rounders, that was pretty. That's like prime James Harden type of trade talk. I don't know about 4 first rounders and a role player and barely any protections. That's a little much. Like, nah, they gonna come down from that. Nobody giving them all that. NBA, you said it doesn't make sense for the Nuggets. Well, Bones Highland kind of made Monte expendable because Jamal Murray's coming back. They really like Bones Highland, so Monte Morris was pretty expendable for them, you know. And then, like you said, KCP and Will Barton, they may like KCP a little bit more in Denver, you know. So, I mean, the Monte, I can see why Monte was moved. I mean, he's expendable. You got Bones Highland, then you got Jamal Murray coming back. So, you got 2 point guards you really enjoy and you really like. So, Monte can be moved for somebody. Ish, I don't know what's going to happen to Ish, honestly. I don't know what's going to happen to Ish. I have no idea what's going to happen to Ish. But yeah, Denver already has Jamal coming back and they have Bones. They got Bones Highland, who I think is likes that. Izzy, you said, can we see some Monte Morris highlights? I would love to show some highlights. I really would. But I'm going to get copyright claimed. And I'm not playing with YouTube because they're not playing with me. They're going to give me a copyright claim, content ID, all that BS. So I can't. I would. I definitely would. But they're going to get me out the way. I already know. So I'm not even about to do all that. Granny said it's a pop fly for both teams. Dan, you said, D, you need to ask for more likes. 70 views and only 10 likes. Are we up to 31 likes? You guys will help me out and like the video. We got about 70 people in here, 31 likes. If we can get the likes up a little bit, I would love and be very appreciative of that. Thank you guys very much if you haven't already. Matt, you said, I think the focus was getting bigger guards. What is the size of Monte and Will? What is their height? Monte is 6'2". Monte 6'2", Will is 6'6". What was KCP? 6'6". Will Barton 6'6", 181. KP is 6'5", 204. Creepsy, you said that's the PG the Wiz getting. Yes, Monte Morris is the point guard the Wizards are getting. Don't know if he's the only point guard the Wizards are getting, but he is the point guard the Wizards are, working with right now. Major, you said we're done. LOL, y'all know we're done. Man, it's no way they're done, man. It's just so many, log jams at the forward spot. It's just so much stuff going on. I don't think they're done by any means. They're probably done for today. I don't think the Wizards are done looking for a point guard. I'm not looking for him to be a point guard. The starting point guard. I hope, in my opinion, the plan wasn't for them to trade for Monte Morris with the expectations that he's just their de facto number 1 point guard. I don't think that's it. I would definitely love Monte Morris even more in the trade, even more, if the plan was for them to still get their like starting point guard and Monte come off the bench, I would love that. If Monte is their like, that's it at PG, we're done. We'll get like just a regular small, just I don't know, some kind of backup. And Monte is our main number one starter. I don't know about that. You know, I don't know. I like him. I love the trade if the plan is for him to be the backup. I love the trade. He can definitely be a starter. I don't see him being like my main starter though at the one. Like that's just no. I mean, not my opinion. I don't know about. I hope the plan wasn't for this trade for him with that mindset that he's just the starter. Like that's it. He got it. That would be pretty lame. That would be pretty lame in my opinion. I don't think the Wizards are done. Unfazed, you said they're also fine with Campazzo as a third option. Isaiah, you said if we are stopping with major moves now, that would be such an L. We still need another PG. Agree. I do think the Wizards still need another point guard. I still think the Wizards need a starting point guard. Like Morris can start, but I don't think he's a starter. Destination, you said the NBA really needs to allow highlights to be shown. It will grow the sport. Yeah, because what happens, because one time when we were talking about the draft, I was playing college highlights. I was playing Ochai. I was playing Jalen Duren. I was playing highlights in the background. Stream was over. Copyright claim. I said, okay. Cool. I said, you got it, YouTube. I'm not playing no more highlights off YouTube. I learned my lesson. I said, okay. They got it. I couldn't even show college highlights. AJ, you said if they release Ish, I'd love to have him back as a third option if we are allowed to re-sign him. Creeps, you said at least Monte will and can shoot. Yeah, that's a plus. That's a plus. That's definitely a plus when it comes to Monte. Monte, he shot 39% from 3 last season. He shot 39% from 3 on 4 attempts, and he shot 48% from the field. So, I mean, he could shoot. He averaged 12 points a game, averaged 4 assists. So, like I said, he's definitely a guy who can start. He can. Not saying he can't. But, I mean, I'm not going into the trade with just the expectation that's just my starter. In my opinion. But, yeah, he's 100%. I mean, I like him as a player. Like I said, I don't have any issue with Monte. I don't think he's bad. He's good. I think Monte is good. I think Monte is very respectable. Very respectable. Will Barton, you look at Will Barton. Last season, Will Barton shot 43% from the field. And he shot 35% from 3 on 3, well, pretty much 4 attempts. And he averaged 14 points a game, 2 assists, and 3 rebounds. I lied. I messed it up. Yeah, 14. He averaged 14 points a game last season. Maybe 15, really, if you want to count that. 4 assists, I'm rounding up, and 5 rebounds. So, yeah, like I said, Will Barton I like getting him in the trade. You know, he's a guy who can put the ball in the hoop. I like Will. B's knees, what's going on, my brother? You said Monte Morris is a trade. Trade is a W as a starter. I just don't know. Same way I feel about it. Splat, you said Monte solid, but I don't know about starter. Facts. Eric, you said Oladipo is cool, but what does that do with all these players we have in the rotation? And that's why I said I think the Wizards still need to do some condensing. They got a lot of guys, that kind of can play the same positions, and it's clogged up. I think they can 100%, continue to make more moves. I continue to make more moves. Bob Event, you said not a bad trade. I think Kuz is gone too. Bees, you said, but if we go into the season with him being a starter, I'm not going to be too upset. Yeah, like I said, I won't hate Monte starting. I won't hate it. Like NBA said, Monte Morris started for the Nuggets last year because Murray was hurt. Like, I wouldn't hate Monte starting. I wouldn't. But I mean, that's not what I would just have my mindset set on, as him being my starter. But I wouldn't hate it. I wouldn't hate it. Anthony, you said, I don't want to see Barton at small forward. He's too small. KCP was too small too. KCP was small too. I don't think KCP should have been the starting three. I thought he was a little undersized as well. But I mean, they still had him there. Eric, you said Twitch ain't a bad option. Yeah, Twitch is cool, but I mean, I definitely been getting. I was on Twitch, but I definitely got way more love on YouTube. Plus, this is where I upload videos anyway. So naturally, I was just like, I'll just do this. I mean, only thing is, I can't really play like copyrighted music. I can't play videos that's like, like that I would be able to on Twitch. Those are like some of the negatives to being on YouTube as opposed to Twitch. Splat, you said, Baba V, you said, wait, God, Johnny, you said, maybe Tommy is thinking we running Johnny at the backup 1 and Barton at the 2. I think Barton is like, takes that KCP spot. KCP was at the 3. He was undersized. I think Will be at the 3. Didn't Will play? What was Will in Denver? Wasn't he a 3? Didn't he start at 3 in Denver? Let me look at like one of the Denver's last games. Let me see. Yeah, like Will. No, Will was a 2. Will was at the 2 because they had Jeff Green in some games, but he only played 60 minutes. Let me go to their regular season. What was he at in the regular season? Yeah, he was a 2 in Denver. They had Jeff Green, Barton. They had Morris, Barton, Jeff Green, Aaron Gordon, Jokic. They had him at the 2 there. They had him at the 2 last season. So yeah, if he were to start at the 3, I mean, he'd be undersized, but KCP started at the 3. I felt like he was an undersized 3 for sure. So I mean, I don't know. But I mean, Bill's at the 2. So unless Will's coming off the bench, and I don't know who they start at the 3. Denny? Would they start Denny at the 3? I mean, I don't know. It's still, I mean, but I think naturally Will may start at the 3. Chip, you said how much Monte and Barton getting paid. Will Barton is an expiring contract. Will Barton's a free agent after this season, an unrestricted free agent. Will Barton is getting paid for this last season, $14.3 million. Monte Morris has 2 more years left on his contract. He's getting paid this season $9.1 million, and then next season $9.8 million. So Morris is cheap. He's coming pretty cheap, which I like. And then Will Barton is expiring, like KCP wasn't expiring. Bees, you said Morris can defend. You said with this trade, I don't think we are pushing for Murray, but I could be wrong. I don't think the Wizards are pushing for Murray. I think they checked in on Murray. Price was too much, or they just didn't have enough, and that was about as far as that went. I mean, I'd be shocked if they ended up trading for him. I'd be shocked. NBA, you said Monte Morris was a good second option last year. Ron, you said Victor Oladipo next. It's possible. There was a report that came out, y'all, that I didn't show. There was a report that came out from Jake Fisher, because he had an article. He said Victor Oladipo is not expected to return to the Heat and is said to have interest from Washington, Denver, and Detroit. Victor Oladipo can be one of those mid-level exception options. And let me just go to his article in general because he spoke about Bradley Beal in it. Obviously, it said Bradley Beal is widely expected to decline his player option to re-sign with Washington for a 5-year deal that could reach upwards of $248 million. Wizards personnel have long operated with the confidence that Beal will return to the one franchise he's known. The other word around Washington has been the Wizards' ongoing efforts to find a veteran point guard to pair with Beal in the backcourt. Minnesota is expected to have interest in Tyus Jones, but Washington has been the one rival team most often connected with the Grizzlies point guard. Jones is said to be seeking a multi-year deal above the non-taxpayer mid-level exception of $10.1 million for the 2022-23 season. Malcolm Brogdon also appears to be a viable trade candidate for Washington, although the Wizards never truly considered sending the number 10 pick in last week's draft for the Indiana point guard. Delon Wright has been mentioned as a reserve guard, also on Washington's radar. The Wizards are one of the teams that have inquired about DeJounte Murray in San Antonio, sources said, but Washington doesn't seem to have an offer capable of landing the Spurs All-Star. So, and as we know, they ended up trading for Monte Morris. I don't know. I don't think the interest has died for Malcolm Brogdon. I'm not sure about Tyus Jones. I'm not sure about Delon Wright. And then DeJounte Murray, it just seems like they may not have enough. And then Victor Oladipo, seems like they're interested in him as well. Jay, what's going on, bro? What's going on with you? You said, hey, sup, bro? We got one box is checked. They're going to teach West's defense to the team. They know how to run the offense with KP being a high pick and roll / handoff. Barton is a real bucket. Dunn can be a backup. So you saying Monte Morris is the starter, like, and that's it. Like, you not interested in potentially getting another point guard that's, like, maybe a little bit better. So Brogdon, no. Morris is your guy. Like, that's it. Yes, your guy. Kevin, you said, hey, D, what time you streaming tomorrow? And that's also a schedule note. I probably won't be, because I'm going back to work. So my streams will probably be more towards the evening times now, like maybe 6 o'clock, 6:30 p.m. More around the later times now, like 6:30 p.m. because I'm about to be back at work. So around 6:30ish p.m. Eastern time is probably going to be my normal streaming time now instead of like 11 in the morning. Splat, you said now Oladipo connected to us. Think he could be the starting PG. Maybe. Can Oladipo stay healthy? He's been banged up too. You talk about Malcolm Brogdon being banged up. Can Oladipo stay healthy? He would come cheaper. He would be cheaper for sure. But could he stay healthy? That's a question too, a legitimate question with him. It's not the best market to be looking for a point guard right now. This is like one of those, I don't know. It's not the best time to be looking for point guards. There's not a bunch of options out there. Eric, you said I'd rather have Ruiz start over Will Barton just for the sake of giving our young guys minutes, and Ruiz probably better. Yeah, it depends on if the Wizards view Rui as a 3. I don't think the Wizards have ever started Rui as a 3. They've always had him at that 4 spot. Always. Cash, you said you think we move or keep Kuz. I think Kuzma's a guy who could be on the move. I wouldn't be surprised if they kept him, but I also wouldn't be surprised if they moved him. It all depends on, do the Wizards feel like they can extend him? If the Washington Wizards do not feel like they can extend him, they'll move him. I think he's a guy who will definitely be possibly moved because they may not be able to afford him when it's time for him to get that contract extension after he opts out after next season. After this season, that's about to come. Bobby, you said we will have to wait till tomorrow for Depot. He'll be an unrestricted free agent. Anthony said one of the young guys needs to start or trade him. Not enough minutes for all of them. Agreed. Bobby, you said I still think Rui or Kuz got to get moved. Too many fours on this team, especially with us bringing back Gil. Agreed. Rod, you said you think it's possible to move Kuz for John Collins and sign Oladipo. I don't know without John. How y'all feel about John Collins? Are y'all cool with John Collins? Are y'all like John Collins? Y'all would think that's like a good move? Yeah, I think that's cool, or you guys wouldn't get it. It's like we already got a bunch of fours, but it's like, how do you guys feel about John Collins? Wizards have been connected with him before. Matt, you said, like you said before, pick a lane, Wiz, rebuild, or go all out to compete. Talk to him, Matt. Eric, you said, I'll tell you what, now that Morris is on the team, Brogdon ain't worth any of our young players. Divine, you said, Kuz and Monte are really close friends. Bees, you said, so many forwards, though, but maybe we are going with a fluid lineup that's less position-based. More that positionless basketball. Eric, you said, just because the price was high, that didn't... Just because the price was high, that doesn't mean you should stop calling. DeJounte ain't going for 4 picks. He'll go for 2 and a young player. Yeah, DeJounte's not going for 4 picks. That price is going to drop. Nobody's going to trade him for that many players. Izzy, you said Dallas side will be willing to give Brunson a 5-year contract. Yeah, I don't know. That's Zay, how you feel about that? Zay, you in the chat. Knicks are your guys. How do you feel about that? Giving Brunson all that money. You think you worth all that? You cool with that? Bees, you said, Ron, what's the path to John Collins? How does the money work? Ron, you said, honestly, don't know. Cash, you said, man, what if we send Kuz and Barton and a pick or 2 for Murray? You know me with Murray. You know, I'm down for whatever. 4 picks is crazy, though. That's crazy talk. I'm not with that. Bees, you said, I mean, I would love it over Kuz. I just didn't know if we could. Kevin, you said, what job do you work at, D? Be at a warehouse. I'd be lifting stuff, moving stuff, going crazy. Jay, you said, with KCP gone, I wonder how this affects Bill's decision to stay. I think Bill stays. I think Bill understands that, like, you know, moves need to be made. You know, he's okay. You know, if he feels like the team, it betters the team, I 100% think he's cool with moving on. Also, guys, we got about 80-something people in here. Appreciate you guys. If you haven't already, please hit that like button for your boy. Helps the video out tremendously. If you want to join as a channel member, click the link that I have in the pinned comment in the chat box. We already got my boy Dobbins on board as a member. We're trying to hit 10 members and hit that goal. If you want to donate for the cause, you can hit me up with a super chat as well. Also, my kitty says hi. My cat says hi to you guys. So yeah, appreciate all the support. Appreciate you guys being in here today for your boy with the news. Ricky, you said Morris, Bill, Diddy, Kuz, and Porzingis. Yeah, that's what I said. Could Diddy possibly be starting at the 3? I mean, could they be looking for him to step up? You know, and he start at that 3 spot? It's a good question. That's a legitimate question. Zay, you said, Will Bart, my boy, y'all making moves. They doing a little something. Zay, they doing a little something. Splat, you said that's okay, but please don't trade him for Brogdon. Yeah, I think with Morris, more people are like off the Brogdon. Like they were off it already, but even more off of it now. Not Zay. Porzingis, you said Porzingis don't like playing the 5. Y'all need a true big. I mean, that's true too. I mean, Porzingis was like in Dallas, he was at the 4 spot, and they usually had somebody next to him. Matt, you said no. Bobby, you said I'd rather keep Kuz than move for Collins. Doesn't help the issue. Splat, you said that's another player with injury history. Bobby, you said too many 4s. Anthony said Collins is solid, but we need wings, big wings. Kevin, you said him and KP would tear up with Brad. AJ, you said wanted Collins until we got KP. I'm good now. I feel that. Wood, you said I said Wood. Dap, you said Barton is older than KCP. I don't think he's that much better in my opinion. And I mean he's a guy who's a expiring contract. You know what I mean? So I mean they have their reasons. You know? So hey, possibly he could be moved. Maybe at the trade deadline he could be added for something in a package. Who knows? I don't think he'll be moved, but we'll see as the season goes along. Zay, you said Brunson not worth it, but who else we gonna give to money to? My God, I don't want him, but we need a PG. I feel that, Zay. I feel that. I can feel that. I can definitely feel that, Zay. Bees, you said we're going into next season with Vernon Carey being a backup. Is he good enough to be getting minutes for real? Probably not. Probably not. Bees, you said, you said, I suppose if we play KP exclusively at the 5, it doesn't matter. Bari, what's going on with you? Said this was a good trade by Tommy. Monte is an upgrade at PG, although he'll be the starting PG. Will is our 6th man. Wouldn't shock me if Davis is starting at the 3. I just don't see Johnny Davis starting. I don't see Johnny Davis. That would be insane to me to start Johnny Davis at the 3, a rookie, and have Will Barton be a backup at the 2. Just start Will Barton at the 3. The guy, Will Barton averages like 14 a game. He averaged 14 a game last season. Why wouldn't you? I don't understand why you would start a rookie over him at the 3. We talk about undersized 3s. I would just go with Will at the 3 at that point. Bobovin, you said we got Gaff at backup 5. OBJ, you said I'm unmoved. OBJ, talk to him. Unmoved. OBJ said he's unmoved, unfazed by this move. Jay, you said, bro, I'll be at the Zom parts I listened to you, especially all last season. Did he get ready? Check out that Only Hoops video. Yeah, I did. I saw that. You doing a little something? You doing a little something? Yeah, I'm like, Denny could, maybe Will does come at the backup too. They bring him off the bench, maybe on some 6-man stuff. And Denny steps up and is the starting 3 to start the season. Because maybe they see a big improvement in Denny. And Denny, next thing you know, maybe he's relied upon to be that starting 3 and he gets the first shot at being that small 4 in the starting lineup. We'll see. We'll see. Denny's an option. Beezy said, yes, sir. Diddy incoming. Lord. Kevin, you said, how would you feel if you get Derrick Rose or Terry Rozier? I don't need beat up Derrick Rose. Terry Rozier, I'd be down with that. I'd be down with that, Kevin. Terry a bucket. Terry a bucket, Kevin. Derrick Rose, I'm good off D Rose, bro. And, his injury problems. Splat, you say Monte, a big upgrade from Ish and Neto, 100%. Neto was one. Morris is definitely a really nice upgrade over Neto and Ish what the Wizards had. That's 100% for a fact. Eric, you said Diddy is looking stronger. That's good. You said, Brother Dunes, what's going on? What you said? I was waiting to see what y'all thought about this trade. What you think, Dunes? We all saying we think it's a good trade. We think it was a necessary trade. It was a good trade. Even if it was a predictable trade, I still like it, especially getting Will Barton. The work is not done. The work is not over. There's still a lot of questions about this roster. There's still a lot of goals that need to be met. And it's a cool move, I gave him a hand clap. I'm not jumping and doing backflips and doing all those kinds of emotes. I gave him a hand clap. I think it's a good move. It's a hand clap move. I'm not jumping for joy, though. I'm not doing backflips. Give me DeJounte Murray, which I doubt I'll do a backflip. Matt, you said I want to see more Gaff and Zingas play together. Yeah, we seen it a little bit. I think we saw that a little bit last season. Didn't towards the end of the season West started playing Gaff and KP a little bit together? Or am I tripping and I'm just remembering things incorrectly? Roll Ready says, stop the foolery like Rui ain't a beast. Okay, Roll? Eric, you said we sleeping on Rui. Rui should start over all these guys. It doesn't matter if he's a 4. Kuz and him are forwards. They'll figure it out. Bees, you said, nice amount of people in the chat. Make sure y'all drop a like. Talk to him, Bees. If y'all haven't already, please make sure y'all leave that like. We got about 53 likes in here and 90 plus people in the chat. Please make sure you leave a like for your boy. I'd appreciate it. Dude, you said agrees. Kevin, you said I would be fine giving up Kuz for Rozier. Him, Brad, and KP will be a offensive juggernaut. I like Rozier. I like Terry, bro. I wouldn't mind the Wizards trading for Terry. I wouldn't. Bees, you said, where does Corey Kispert fit into all this? And that's what I'm saying. It's a good question. That's why I said there's still work to be done. There's still questions on this roster. There's still a lot of jams on this roster that need to be, answered. So, Hey, I mean, I'm not sure where Corey fits. Good question. Dudes, you said it's a winning trade to me. Hate to see Ish go, though. Yeah, Ish gets to... I mean, how do you deal with, like... I know you only got to be able to rent. Because, I mean, we talking about a guy who's on, like, his record-breaking 14th team or something, 13th or 14th team. There's no way at this point in your career you buying anything in any location. You got to be renting. You got to be ready to be on the go. Ish is always on the go. It's crazy. Kevin, you said I would be fine giving up Kuz for Rozier, him, Brad, and K. I just read that. OBJ, you said I think we still have a bunch of guys that will be become unhappy with their minutes, need consolidation. Agree. I still think there's a lot of consolidating that needs to be done. I think there's a lot of guys that, you know, are probably going to want more playing time than they may be able to get because of so many people kind of being able to play the same positions, and it's still a lot. It's still a lot. Definitely. Splat, you said if Rui plays all 82 games this season, he can have a breakout season. Kevin said, yeah, but if he got to guard a KD or Jimmy Butler, Rui is going to get cooked because he can't play defense. Contemporary, you said, bro, after Rui pulled that 8 last year, that ish or something last year, I just don't think you can trust him as a starter. He's good on the bench now, honestly. Russell Keaton, thank you for the subscription, my guy. I appreciate you. Anthony Edwards, we need to see what's up with Reddish. I remember Wizards fans, that's who Wizards fans really wanted at the time, during the Rui Hachimura draft. Dan, you said D look on the last story of Diddy trainer Ben Bruno. Diddy is a beast now. Alright, bet that. Noted. Mentally noted. Splat, you said, Reddish perhaps. Say Tommy, you said, is Cam Reddish any good at the time? I mean, we've seen him have moments. It was weird that the Knicks traded for him if they just wasn't going to use him. That was odd. But maybe it was for specific reasons. Bees, you said, Ish got to have a record for most teams at this point. Yes, it's actually legitimately a record. I don't know. You know, but yeah, it's definitely record breaking. It's 100% record breaking. Let me see. Brother Dunes, you said Rui and Diddy mentally solved. We need tougher players on the floor. David, you said, hey, sorry being late. I heard about the news. What's going on, David? Ito. He said, man, I'm really going to miss Ish. God, he was good mentor for Rui. Eric said, I feel like Monte, Kispert, and JD is too small coming off the bench, which is why Kispert should be a piece to get traded if we get another PG. I can see Kispert being very solid this season, though. Davey said, Monte Morris is a good fit for the Wizard. Dunes, he said, Cam Ball, put him in the right system in New York, a hard sports city to play in. Kawhi said, all this just to be Kawhi. Talk to him, Kawhi. I don't know, man. Guys, the Wizards are in an interesting situation. They don't want to tank, you know, but they also don't really want to go into luxury tax. You know, giving up a lot of their future, people don't agree with because they still don't think that's going to really get them anywhere close to finals contention, which is true. It's weird. The Wizards are just in the weird spot with what they're doing right now. I haven't been able to eat my Chick-fil-A. I'm hungry. I'm extremely hungry. They traded for it in the morning. They just traded in the morning. My chicken biscuit's still here. I got my Polynesian sauce. I gotta wait to eat. Bees, you said I seen Cam dropping nearly 30 on us live when he was in ATL. NBA said CBS Sports said Davis' pick is an L. Really? I thought I saw them say they liked the pick. Splice said Kispert 6'7" and JD 6'5". How they small. David, you said, yo, the Wizards should get Robert Covington and Patty Mills. That's a good trade. Bees, you said CBS Sports said L themselves. Talk to him. Cashew said, yo, did you see that thing? Did you see that thing that said a mystery? Yeah, I did. I doubt it's the Wiz. It could be the Wiz. I doubt it's them. It's never them. Eric, you said they small, bro. Kisper's more of a 2 than a 3. Dunes, you said owner don't care about the title. He care about the caps, though. Kevin said, at least my commander signed Terry McLaurin back, and I hope we beat them dirty birds. Chill on my Eagles, man. I did see Terry McLaurin. Scary Terry got that money. Happy for him. Man, he said, I don't know what's stopping them from rebuilding. They have some young players, some young guys in almost every position. I don't know. Russell, you said Kisper has a chance to start at small 4. He played better than Diddy, in my opinion, last year on all levels. Brad, Davis, Kisper, Kuz, KP, no way our 10th overall lottery pick doesn't start. I don't. He's not going to start. That's why I keep saying, like, if you expect Johnny Davis to start, you gonna be nah. The man's not starting. I don't see him starting. I just don't see Johnny Davis starting on a team that wants to compete. I don't see him starting. Let me see. Man, what in the? I've been on Instagram for so long. Save it. Let me see. You guys said, what's this dude? What's his name? I lost the comment. Where's the comment? Bruno Story. And then somebody said his full name. Ben Bruno. Ben Bruno. What's his username? Because he didn't pop up when I put in Ben Bruno. Oh, I see. A lot. Oh, this is what y'all want me to see? Got some veins popping out. Diniavdia knocking out a few sets of bicep curls. As Desert after a hard workout. The K-box is no joke. Hey, that machine look crazy. I'm not gonna cap. I want something like that. That machine look crazy. That machine definitely look crazy. But okay. Did he out there lifting? Try and get big. I respect. I like that. Eric, he said, which is why Rui should start over Kisper. Dappy said, what do you think the second lineup looks like off the bench? I assume there's going to be a backup point guard. They're going to get another point guard. So Blank at 1, backup 1. Right now, currently Monte is the starter. 2, I see Will starting right now. 2, I would say maybe Corey. Maybe Corey is the backup 2. 3, I think Denny. I think the backup 2 is like Johnny / Kispert. Backup 3, maybe Denny, because Denny possibly could start. But Denny / Denny. Denny backup 3 / Kispert. Because Kispert can kind of play the 3. So I think Blank for backup point guard right now. Johnny Davis / Corey Kispert at the 2, backup 2s. Denny / Kispert at the 3s. Kuzma / Rui at the 4s. And then Gafford at the 5. That sounded about right. Bob V said, I feel like people are going to end up being our starting PG. So if you want to come, he's a local guy too. Russell, you said Davis was the best player on the terrible team in Flash. He reminds me of Brad. Johnny wasn't. He definitely was on a team that didn't have a bunch of NBA talent in Wisconsin. Definitely. That's facts. Eric said, Diddy looking strong. I told y'all. Splat, you said, damn, Diddy looking big. Pause. OBJ, you said, I wouldn't mind Depot. I'd be slightly moved by an inch. Russell, you said, don't expect him to start though, but West, the org will force the developments. Anthony, you said, if Diddy or Rui aren't starting by this point, those picks were fails. Jay, you said, D grubbing. Be more Barton in the house. Facts. Jay, you do got some be more guys on the squad now. We add to the team without losing any top 15 draft picks we have. Also, Jay put the emote up in there too. He put the emote. That's what you get if you become a member. Anytime you see a green name in the chat, or you see a Wizards badge by the green name, or an emote, one of my emotes, that means you are a channel member. If you want to become a channel member, help me hit that 10 marker goal. You can become a member by clicking that link in the pinned chat. Let me see. Baba V said, saw a report today. There's mutual interest between Depot and us. Trunks, he said, what's good, D? Just seen the trade. How do you feel about it? It's cool. It's cool. I definitely think that it's a good trade for the Wizards. It's all right. You know, I'm not jumping for joy doing backflips. I think there's more work to be done for sure. But I think it filled a need. They did what they had to do. And overall, I think it was a decent move. I think it was a good move. I like Monte. And I like getting Will Barton as well. So, I say it's a W. You know, I'm not jumping for joy, but I'm also, I like it. I like it. I'm not angry or upset about it. Anthony said, one of them should be a full-time starter no matter what. Bobby said, saw a report I just read that. Eric, you said Rui and Gav coming off the bench will be the best front court coming off the bench in the whole NBA. Crazy. Sai, you said, I hope Diddy pop off this season. I hope so too. Dappy said, do you think they'll let Johnny run the one in that second lineup? I don't think so. I think they're going to get another point guard. I don't know. I don't know if they'll put that responsibility on Johnny in his second year. I mean, his first year. I don't know. I'm not positive. I don't think that's happening. Personally, they'll get another point guard. NBA, you said Browns are in a worse situation than the Wizards. The Browns is in a mess. You said, will you stream when free agency starts? Yes, I will be streaming tomorrow, around 6:30 when free agency starts, because I know a lot of deals are going to be finalized. I know a lot of things are going to be popping off early. So tomorrow around 6. I get off work around 5:30. Around 6:30, I'll be on here tomorrow to stream and talk about what's happening in free agency. So yes, there will be a free agency stream. Kevin, you said maybe we call Orlando and see what we can trade for either Fultz, Suggs, or Anthony, which I would love all of them. I think out of those three, Fultz is probably the most available. Van, you said Will Barton had a team record for the most three-pointers by a Denver player this year. I like this trade. Boba Vid, you said, I think Johnny could play PG with some weird lineups in game, but he won't be a primary PG and shouldn't. Yeah, agree by that. Agreed. I agree with that. Jay, you said, bro, vets start and youngins bench and grow together. Monte, Bill, Barton, Kuz, KP, then Johnny, Corey, Denny, Rui, Gav, done. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. I don't know if they even want to, I mean, I wouldn't mind it. I wouldn't mind it. I don't know if the Wizards would want to improve and get some more vets on that bench, but I wouldn't mind it. Kay, you said the wing position is overcrowded. I see one of the two young guys gone. Probably Diddy for another PG. Bob V said, I'd trade like a second for Fultz. LOL. Yeah. Like I said, there's still a lot of questions. There's still a lot of questions. That needs answers. That needs answer. Like, Kuz just tweeted. Kyle Kuzma said, at Caldwell Pope, my brother for life, was my vet when I first came into the league and been locked ever since. Happy for you. Joker got a knockdown shooter and a winner. Go get it, pimp. also, Kyle Kuzma said, on the other end, I get a brother back. Monte and I were in the 2nd grade together and 8 years old. We said when we play, am I like having a stroke? Or am I not reading this correctly? What? I feel like I'm having a stroke. What in the... On the other end, no, I'm not having a stroke. He's going crazy. On the other end, I get a brother back. Monte and I were in 2nd grade together. And at 8 years old, we said we would play on the same NBA team together. Life is a simulation. The two does threw me off from the jump. And I felt like I was having a stroke trying to read this. So Kyle Kuzma is happy. Sounds like a guy who's excited, to be getting Monte Morris. And, it's sad to see KCP go. I don't know if that's a guy who sounds like, I don't know if that sounds like a guy who's getting traded anytime soon. But, yeah. Chrissy said, you good. Tommy got you an award suit. Chill on me. Say Tommy says Chris Dunn on the roster. Nah, he's on the Summer League roster. Chris Dunn is on the Summer League roster. Wizards trying to see what he can do. I mean, maybe they'll get him and sign him as a backup point guard. They'll see how he does in Summer League and see if they like him. Kevin said, yeah, dude, you may have to go back and take English lessons. BZ said, man, FA point JD, let's do it. Eric said, I don't see the Spurs keeping DeJounte after all these reports. And even his post, we should trade Barton, Kisper, and 2 firsts. Yeah, I mean, like I said, I don't know if the Wizards have enough. I do think DeJounte Murray is going to go. I don't know who he's going to go to. I just don't think it's the Wizards. But yeah, I mean, so what's the next move, guys? What's the next move? What is the next move for us? In your guys' opinions, what do you guys think the next move should be for us? As I'm about to get busy on this chicken biscuit because I am starving and I haven't eaten all day and it's almost 12 o'clock. Bobby said, Kuz still in trade talks, apparently. Yeah, I definitely still think Kuz is available. I 100% still think Kuz is available. Kevin, you said Kemba. Eric, you said you have to consolidate the roster somehow. Center. Legion Hoops tweeted. Said Legion Hoops tweeted. Let's see. Okay, so report from via Jake Fisher. They say Kyle Kuzma continues to be mentioned among NBA rival teams as available for trade, and I'm not surprised by that. I mean, Wizards fans may cry when it happens, but it's a legit possibility that may go down. I can legit see that happening. Christopher, you said, no way they trade Kuz. In my opinion, the front office in love with him after last season, but they may float him out there. But I mean, it doesn't matter how much they like him. It matters if they can afford him next season. Can they afford him? Because he's going to opt out, probably. He's probably going to opt out of that player option. Can they afford him? If not, you got to try to get assets for him. You got to try to get some kind of assets for him. If you feel like what Kuz is asking for, because they know how much he wants. I'm sure they've talked. I'm sure their agent in the front office has talked. And they kind of got an idea of if they'll be able to afford him or not. If not, they got to look to move him. Or else you just lose him for nothing. And you rather trade him for some assets rather than just letting him walk in free agency because you can't afford him. The Wizards front office has an idea if they'll be able to keep Kuzma or not, or will re-sign him or not. Swifty said, did you see the Victor Oladipo to the Wizards? Yes, I did. Um, I'm not surprised they have interest. I'm not surprised they have interest in him. Um, I could see him being an option. I could 100% see him being an option. Um, Rand, you said don't give Beal the max. Ben, you said no, they can't afford him unless they get rid of Porzingis. Eric, you said they don't have to trade him now. In that case, they got the whole half of the season. Ben, you said 100%. Christopher, you said very true. What do you hope they do? I don't know, man. What do I hope they do? I hoped that they rebuild it like a while ago. That's what I was hoping they would do. And that, ship has sailed a long time ago. I mean, it's tough, Chris, because it's, I don't know. It's so hard putting together a plan for this team to, like, really compete because they don't want to go into the luxury tax. They're about to max out Bradley Beal and have him surrounded by, like, a lot of just role players. But Brad's not a number one on the championship team. So it's just a weird situation that the Wizards are in, that they put themselves in. Like Rand said, because a lot of people agree with him about not maxing Beal. I mean, I think their best course of action, and we would all be just more clear on what's happening with the Wizards if they would have just moved Beal a couple years ago and got a bunch of first round picks. And we'd be having a whole different conversation about Wizards in their future. BG said we have Kuz bird rights. I didn't know that. Let me see. Do they have his bird rights? Do they have his bird rights? I know they got Bill's bird rights. I know that. I don't know if they have Kuzma birds right. I don't think they do. I don't think. I could be wrong. Wait. So yeah, I mean maybe. Possibly. I think you're right, Beast. I think you're right. Yeah, the contract stuff is very confusing. I'm not the best with the contract stuff. That's what I said. Like when it comes to Wizards fandom and stuff, and like media, Wizards fan media, and all that, and they good. So you got people who good with the contract stuff. I'm not good with all the contract stuff, all the bird rights, and blah blah blah. That's not my area of expertise, man. Bees, you said if you have no path to Murray, pick up a vet, backup PG, and see how the first half of the season goes with this roster. Jay said yes, they can afford Kuz. It's called bird rights luxury tax. It'll put pressure on KP to perform and stay healthy. Let me see. Okay. Like I said, I don't know if they have their bird. I don't know. Jay may know more than me. I have no clue about the bird rights stuff. I have no idea. Bees, you said, will Ted stop being cheap though and pay that tax? I don't know. I don't know if Ted will pay the tax. I don't know. I honestly don't. I'd be surprised if he did. It's hard to pay a tax. It's hard to pay tax for a team that's not like championship contender level. You know what I mean? It's hard to pay tax for a team that's not if you don't feel like it's a championship contender team. It's hard to kind of pay a tax for that. But I mean, we'll see. Also, I found the answer. The Wizards do not have Kyle Kuzma's bird rights. They have Rui Hachimura's bird rights. They have Rui's bird rights. They do not have Kyle Kuzma's bird rights. Like they have Bradley Beal's bird rights, but no, they don't have the bird rights to Kyle Kuzma, according to Spotrac, from what I'm seeing, when it comes to free agency next season. But they have Rui's. They have Rui's bird rights. BZ said you right, but he owe us the effort for the money we all waste on tickets. Yeah, he definitely owe the people money he definitely owe the people some money. But okay. So the next steps, guys, we said we're looking for the next steps. We said we are looking for clearing up the consolidating, clearing up this funk that we have at the forward spot, at the forward spot. So that's what we're looking at right now, just trying to consolidate. Is that what's going on with us? Because I think that is a good plan. You know, maybe moving Kuz, etc., bringing somebody else. I mean, it'll be tough, but it depends. Like I said, when it comes to trades, I like Tommy. Kevin said, give me Van Vliet. They're not going to be able to afford Van Vliet. Van Vliet going to get his bag. They're not going to be able to afford him. I don't think they'll be able to afford him. They said it was actually something about Van Vliet and a report too. It was something about Van Vliet in that report I was looking at earlier. I can go to it. Let me see, because he spoke about Van Vliet actually, I believe. Yeah, it says Toronto and Fred VanVleet appear to be headed towards a contract extension that could approach 4 years and over $110 million. No way the Wizards can do anything VanVleet related. Splat said, what about OG? I actually just seen a tweet on my timeline about OG Anunoby. According to HP Basketball, they said Toronto's asking price for OG Anunoby, which was said to be the number 7 pick, Josh Hart or Nazir Little, and an additional first-round pick, was considered too much for the Blazers. So they wanted a first-round pick, their first-round pick. They wanted a player and another additional first-round pick. So 2 first-round picks and a player. So that may be what they're looking for. A young, desirable player and 2 first-round picks. So, I mean, I don't know. That may be, I don't know. I don't know if that's too much for the Wizards or not, but But yeah, I think, I don't know, man. My final thoughts on it, you said, damn, that's a lot for him. Izzy, you said Kuzma just tweeted his reaction to the trade. Yeah, I read that earlier, Izzy. He was talking about how I read it on stream. He said basically he'll miss KCP, and he basically talked about how Monte, they knew each other when they was little and said they were going to play on the same basketball team. Blah 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 blah. Cute stuff. But Kevin said rather be traded for that All-Star PG. Like I was all aboard on a big swing. Monte Morris isn't about to make me jump for joy after I said I wanted to take a big swing, and make a big move. Monte is a cool move. I don't think that's a big move, but I'm cool with it. I'm satisfied with that. I'm not, but there's still more work to be done. Period, in my opinion. I still think there's a lot of work to be done. BG said, dang, that's crazy. He say that and then Kuz gets moved. Yeah. He said they need to bring a starting point guard and stop bringing second-tier guys and do some trade for forwards. We have too many. Talk to them. Talk to them. Yes. Facts. Agreed. Talk to him, man. I'm about to make a YouTube video, real quick. So I'm about to hide chat box real quick. So, okay. So yeah, I'm about to make a YouTube video real quick, guys. And just clip it from this stream and post it. That'll probably be going up later today. All right. What's going on, guys? It's your boy D back with a Wizards video, and today we have news. The Washington Wizards trade Kentavious Caldwell-Pope and Ish Smith for Monte Morris and Will Barton. How do I feel about this trade? Looking at the Wizards fan base, and it seems like a lot of people are cool with the trade. They think it's a W. They're excited about the trade. I think it's a good trade. I definitely think it's a good trade. I think it's a move that was necessary. Adding Will Barton is nice. That's a nice added addition. It's not a trade that makes me super duper excited, but it makes me say cool. That's a decent move, but there's 100% a lot more work to be done. There's 100% more moves that need to be made. There's still a lot of confusion about, log jams on the roster and who's going to do this and who's going to do that. I like Monte Morris, good 3-point shooter. Will's a bucket getter. I like him as far as, I wouldn't mind him starting, but I do view him as somebody who I would really enjoy way more as the backup and them having a legit starting point guard. But, I like the move. I still would like them to take a big swing. This isn't a big swing in my opinion. It's a good move in my opinion though. I do think it's a good move. Some people may look at it as a double in baseball terms. I look at it as a single. But people can say, I've seen a lot of people say it's a good double. I give the Wizards a hand clap. When it comes to this deal. That's what they get from me. They're not getting no backflips out of me. You move for DeJounte Murray, you'll get a backflip out of me. I'll backflip on this camera. But it's a move that's cool. You can say it's predictable. A lot of people expected them to just, go with Monte Morris or something like that. But I don't think they're done looking at point guards, and I don't think they're done making trades either. When free agency starts tomorrow, I think more moves can be made by them, and when the offseason hits for sure. So, all in all, I think the trade's a good move, but more work to be done. Good move from Tommy. I personally think it's a single, but at the end of the day, there's more work to be done. So, hand clap. Good job, Tommy. Let's do some more stuff. Let's do more work. Let's keep working. Let's get the people really excited. But that's all I got on my thoughts on the trade. Let me know how you guys feel in the comment section. Please make sure to like the video, subscribe, all that good stuff, and I will see you guys next time. Peace. And scene, everybody, and scene. So yeah, I think everything's been good. Today's been cool. It's good to see news. It's definitely good to see some news, some Wizards news. That's cool. I definitely think that's cool, man. But you should tell him the job's not finished. Yeah, I don't think the job's finished by any means. Necessary. At all. He said, I kind of want to see how him and JD looks with this team. He said, nice job. Izzy said, finally took a while, though. Yeah, we got something. We got something from the people, guys. And, that's what matters the most. We got something. We got a point guard. We have some inkling of a point guard, so that's always good. Yeah, so I'm happy with it. Jay said D's production. I'm probably gonna get a better webcam too. This is like 720p or something like that. Definitely want to get. I'm probably going to get something that's more HD because I'm going to be doing more of my videos like that, like just off of stream. And my webcam camera isn't as good as my actual legitimate camera. But yeah. So all in all, guys, we think it's a W. We think it's a big dub. We're excited. We're happy. We're happy with the move, but we think it's more work to be done. You know, that's what I would say. Hand clap, Wizards. Good job, Tommy. We'll have 5. But more work to be done. I'm not jumping for joy. More work to be done, definitely. But decent move. Cool move. Cool move. No complaints from me. No complaints from me on it. But let's see what else you got in store. You know, let's see what else you got planned for the team. Because that's a alright move. I don't know. I mean, honestly, man, I think Monte may have been the move, like, for the point guard. I think he may have been the move. That would be very fitting for the Wizards, I think. So, I wouldn't be surprised if he was, like, that's their starter right there, Monte. He said, go big, Wizards, go big, stop being afraid from big moves. You have a young guy. You have assets. Trade them the hell away. Going in. Talk. Hey, I like what you're saying. Izzy said, I hope Beal happy. Yeah, that's probably the early first big news for the Wizards is going to be the Bradley Beal stuff. The Bradley Beal opting out and then probably re-signing. That'll be the news. You said the team defense just went up 75%. Let me see some. Yeah, like I think I'm interested. I mean, I am interested. I'm excited to see Will Barton for sure because I do like Will Barton. I do like Will Barton, man. That's a guy I like. I'm cool with him. But I'm still just trying to think of what the Wizards can do next. What can the Wizards do next? That's my biggest thing. What can the Wizards do next? As long as they, I don't know, keep it up. Continue to go out there and, I don't know. I look at Morris as like a 6-man. I look at Morris as maybe more of a 6-man. You see, I'm happy for Monte Morris pickup. You guys feel like Monte is a legit true point guard starter, or you guys think Monte's more of like a really good 6-man? Do you guys think that? What do you guys think? What do you guys think about that? I think he's like a legitimately like good 6 who can start. Like if your star guard got hurt, like in Denver, you can rely on him to start. You know, you can rely on him to start, but he's not your number one option as a point guard starter. Like he's not like the guy at your point guard position. But like 6-man, terrific. That's what I think Monte Morris is. I think Monte Morris is a really good 6-man. I think he's a really good starter if you need him. Like if your guy gets hurt, your main guy gets hurt, you have no problems or worry about him going in there and starting for however long. But he's not like, that's my point guard right there, de facto. Bobby said, nah, I wouldn't be happy if Monte is our starting point guard going into the season, need more out of the position. Yeah, I mean, I personally think Monte's he's more, I look at him as more of a 6-man than like a legit starter. Personally. You said Monte is the starter. Now this is his opportunity. So Jay thinks he's a starter. Bees, you said I'm willing for us to give him a shot at starter. Like I said, I mean, I wouldn't be mad if he was the starter. I wouldn't hate it. But we'll see. I definitely think is a legit chance that he'll get the opportunity. like a legit chance. Monte, what's going on? You said, what's your thoughts on Will? I like Will, local guy. Be more. Got some Be more representation now for the Wizards. I definitely like his game, man. He's a guy I feel like can put the ball in the hoop. He can get hot. Good score. I don't know if he's more of a traditional 3-and-D guy like KCP was, but it would be more natural for him to be at the 2 like Denver had him, but I can see the Wizards maybe putting him in there at the 3. I mean, we'll see. But I like Will. I'm glad he was attached to the deal. That was nice to see. He said Monte was a 51 pick. That's because Denver drafts good. Denver drafts well, man. Yeah, Monte Morris was a 2nd-round pick, 51st pick of the draft. And we clamor for him to be our starter, man. That's how you know a team drafts well. The Denver Nuggets is a team that drafts well. You said more PFs, no please. Yeah, like the John Collins stuff, I'm not that hype on it. I mean, we'll see. I mean, another forward? Oh no. I don't know. Like, I'm not that hype for Monte to be like being my starter. I'm just not that hype about it. It's cool. You said Barton might help activate Todd Be more to be more. Yeah, like, I mean, I'm always willing to give anybody a shot if I feel like you're a good player, and I feel like Monte's a good player. So, I mean, I'm always going to be open-minded. So, if the Wizards feel like Monte's the guy, then I'm always willing to give him a shot. I'm just not jumping for joy for him to be the starter. And for them, like, if this is it and they're just done at point guard, like, and they'll just, like, maybe go, like, done or something as backup, then, I mean, hey, so be it. But we'll see. I mean, we'll see. Bees, you said, just based off the fact I don't know who else we could get, especially if San Antonio won't come down on Murray's price, what else can we do? I don't know. I don't know. Like, you can say John Collins, but like, why? I don't know. Like, why are we clamoring for John Collins if that's the case? Why? Like, I will be clamoring for a guard, like DeJounte or something, and I understand the price and whatnot, but like, I'm not clamoring for John Collins when we already have Kuzma, we already have Rui, we already have, like, you know what I mean? Like, John Collins isn't somebody that's high up on my off-season list. He's not somebody, like, he's good. He is. But he's not somebody I'm just jumping for joy to try to, you know, get all of a sudden. Anthony Gill, right, Izzy? Anthony Gill? I don't know. And I forgot to bring up Anthony Gill, too, when I was talking about bench. But, yeah, so, like, yeah, I don't know, man. I mean, I think there's more work. There's definitely more work to be done. And if I was the Wizards, I wouldn't whatchamacallit. I don't know. I wouldn't be done looking for point guards. Like, I mean, if they're satisfied with that, then they're the Wizards, so it's not hard for them to be satisfied with things. But I wouldn't be satisfied and finish. You know, trying to fill out that point guard spot and position, personally. But we'll see. Chippy said, I hope they keep Gill. He gives good 5 minutes every time. I think they're going to keep Gill. You know, which is the reason why they made him a restricted free agent. You know, I definitely think they're going to retain Gill. So we'll see as far as the Wizards. What do you guys think the next move is? If you had to guess, what would you think the next move is for the Wizards? Ricky said, who are you willing to give up for Murray, though? Some picks. Like, I mean, I wish it would come down to, like, maybe give up 2 first-rounders. Pick swaps if you need it. Young guy, Denny. Something around the areas of that. I mean, I don't know if that's good enough for the Spurs. They ain't getting no 4 first round picks. I don't think they're getting 4 first round picks from any team. I don't think they're getting that much for them, personally. But I don't see anybody paying 4 first round picks for DeJounte Murray. That's a lot. That's a lot. That's a lot. But the Wizards are just in such a weird spot, bro. I understand why Wizards fans are like, oh, giving up all those picks in our future doesn't guarantee us anything. I get it. I do think it puts us closer to where the Wizards are trying to be in their own mind. But I also get Wizards fans feeling like, does that really move the needle that much for us to be giving up all that? And then you look at, well, are they willing to go into the luxury tax? Is Ted trying to go back into the luxury tax? Because he did the most to get out of the luxury tax not that long ago. So, but also on the other hand, they don't really want to rebuild. So it's just weird. They're in a weird spot. They're in such a weird position right now. I don't know. The franchise is in a weird position. I mean, they're a weird team. I don't ever try to figure the Wizards out because I'm going to get lost in the rabbit hole. So I don't ever really try to figure the Washington Wizards out and what their plans are. Because, I mean, I can go crazy trying to figure it out. Mark, you said, Mac, you said they've tried everything, time to tank, enough with the 500 finishes. Talk to him, Mac. But yeah, so it's interesting. Jay, you said our offense only allows 10 seconds for a PG. The ball has to move to work. Monte is good for that. Yeah, like I said, if their plan is Monte, then we'll see. We'll see. We'll definitely see with Monte. They got a point guard. So they got one piece of the puzzle. They have one piece of the puzzle with getting Monte Morris. We'll see what they do next. Kyle Kuzma's on the block. But who do we think Kyle Kuzma is on? Let me ask you guys that. Who do we feel like Kyle Kuzma is on the block for? John Collins? Malcolm Brogdon? Who do we feel like Kyle Kuzma is being put on the block for, is available for trade? Or is it simply they feel like they may not be able to afford him? Who do we feel like Kuzma's on the block for right now? Bees, you said, I hope they don't blow it, but I'm excited to see how this new lineup works, even if there's some growing pains. Yeah, I mean, I'm willing to give it a chance before we all enter doom and gloom mode that we enter all the time. And we go into the doom and gloom part of the season. But, yeah, I'm very interested. But, I mean, the Kuz is available. I just want to know what they think his value is. Who they think he should be traded for. Ricky said, why should we trade Kuz? I mean, one, I don't know if the Wizards feel like they can afford him when it comes to contract times, and they may want to get something for him rather than lose him in free agency. Also, two, they may feel like they can. I mean, they do have a logjam at the 4 spot. They do have a plethora of forwards. And then you have one forward who's due a contract extension, and then you got Porzingis. If he has a good season, he's going to opt out, and he's going to be due a contract extension. And you're about to pay Bradley Beal a max contract. So, I mean, things can be cool, but when you look at the financials, that matters. That matters. Kuz is a decoy to get a call going. All-Stars only. I agree, Jay. And B said he agrees. I agree with you too. All-Stars only. Boba V, you said the only guy on the open market I would trade Kuz for as of right now is DeJounte. The PG market is dead right now. So I agree. Bees, you said otherwise keep him. Yeah, like I said, the Wizards didn't choose the best time to be in need of a point guard. This point guard market is it's not good. This point guard market is not the best. It's really not. This point guard market is mid. It's mid. It is mid. I would say so, if I had to say so myself. It's not a lot of like legit. Like I mean, you have some who's available, like DeJounte, but it's not the strongest PG class. BG said otherwise keep him. Bobby said I think he gets moved by the deadline though. Are you saying like regardless, or if like the Wizards are good? Do you think if the Wizards are good they'll move him, or do you think it's if the Wizards are trash, we're in doom and gloom, you think he's being moved? As you said, Damian Lillard get it in a bag too. Van, you said, do you think since next season is a contract year for Kuzma, which means beast mode for him, the Wizards could get more for Kuzma before the trade deadline next season? I think Kuz being expiring can be attractive for teams. You know, I think Kuz is valuable. I think a lot of teams would like to have Kuz. I think a lot of teams could use Kuz. You have a guy with a player option who's probably going to opt out. And he's a good role player. Kuzma is 100% a really good role player, and we see him be a role player on a championship team. So I think a lot of teams will be interested in him, just like teams were interested in KCP, because KCP is very useful. KCP is a very useful role player. Like my man Dama just put up a good tweet. I just see. He said 3 guards. You got Monte, Bill, and Davis. 4 wings. You got Diddy, Barton, Kuzma, Rui. 2 bigs, KP, and Gafford. He forgot Kispert too. I don't know if where he puts Kispert at. But somebody is gonna get left out. I don't know. Would y'all put Kispert as far as guards, or would y'all put Kispert at wing? Because I think Kispert is like a 2/3. He's like more of a 2-3 type of player. So, I mean, you can either have 4 guards or 5 wings. But it's a lot. Like, and I do agree that somebody's going to get left out. So, it's just a matter of who that player is. Who is that player that's going to be left out? Who are those players who's going to be left out? Because they like I said, there's still a lot of questions. Still a lot of questions to be answered. You said Kispert at wing. So that'd be 5 wings. 3 guards right now and 5 wings. And 2 bigs. It's a lot of wings. Too many wings. Because if you have that many, like if you have that many, if you have 5 wings, how is Denny, Barton, Kuzma, Rui, Kispert? How all these minutes, like, you know what I mean? Like, you got Kuz and Rui playing 4, Diddy, Barton, Kispert playing 3. Like, it's just a lot going on there. And then when you talk about splitting up minutes and everything, it's, you know. Yeah. Be interesting. Blah, 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 you said we not going to be good. Chip, you said, I'll take Oladipo if no trades and he a free agent. Memphis, you said, he said Spurs would never trade Murray for Kuzma. Makes no sense. I think it would be a younger player too, but maybe Memphis, maybe they want Kuz to then try to flip Kuz to get another asset in. Maybe they use Kuzma to trade and bring in an asset for themselves, Memphis. Maybe it's something like that. I mean, they could always, just like how we were talking about moving Will Barton, the Spurs could potentially be looking to move Kuz. You know? And make him be more, I mean, and trade him to more of a contending team. Possibly. I don't know. Brick, you said Bill will request a trade. If we are trash next year, we will have money to sign Kuz. I don't think Bill will go nowhere no time soon. This isn't the type of decision you make just to be like, yeah, I'm out of here the next year. I don't think Bradley Bill's that kind of man. You know, and I don't know Bradley Beal as a man, but from what I've seen, he seems like a guy who stands by his word. You know, if he tells you something, then that means he's going to do it and fulfill it to the best of his abilities. I don't see Brad being that type of guy that, like, after 1 year or so, like, he's like, oh, I'm done. F this. No. I think he'll be here for a little while, for sure. Also, thank you guys for all the likes on the video, bro. You guys are lit. Appreciate all the likes, man. Once again, like I said, I'm trying to hit that 10 membership mark. So if you want to become a member and join that Wiz family, if you see any green names in here with a Wizards badge, buy them. Those are my members and those are my guys. If you want to become a member, please make sure you hit the link in the pinned comment in the chat box. Or if you guys want to help your boy out and send a super chat, you guys can donate and do that as well. But I appreciate all you guys being in here today, man. And reacting to this Wizards news with your boy. And trying to figure out what's next for this team. Because that's interesting. Dave, you said this moves does nothing for us except give us the same exact team and outcome as last season. LMA, yo, talk to him, David. Monte said they wouldn't want Beal either. Memphis. Monte said they want young players in the draft picks. John, you said who's starting the starting three? That's what I was saying. I was like, I either think it's Will Barton, or if they feel like Diddy has made a noticeably increased improvements, if his improvements have been noticeable, like very, I think Denny could be the 3 and Will maybe be a backup too. But I think I can see them just starting Will Barton at the 3. I can easily see them starting Will Barton at the 3 and just filling that KCP role. Mac, you said Bill easily frustrated. He's gone. Bill was very frustrated before he signed with the Wizards. Like, Bill was very frustrated and he could have asked for a trade. So I don't think it's that. Bradley Beal was frustrated and could have easily asked out and easily been asked for a trade. He was frustrated when the Wizards he was averaging 30 points per game. You remember all the memes on Twitter, all the faces, all the Bradley Beal mad faces on the bench. If he was that frustrated, he could have asked out then and been with a winning team. Easily. He was frustrated some years ago. He got all the memes of him being mad on the bench and frustrated. He could have been axed out and been gone. Van, you said Bill's probably scared to go to the team considering what happened to Westbrook last year. Bill wouldn't be, no. Westbrook is a different story. That's a different story. Old Talk, you said, why not Kuz at the 3 and Rui at the 4? I don't know. Like, I wouldn't mind Kuzma at the 3. Old Talk, I brought that up last season. I wouldn't mind Kuzma being at the 3. I wouldn't. I really wouldn't. But, I mean, I don't know. Wizards don't, I don't know. Wizards may, I don't know, man. Old Talk, you right. I wouldn't mind Kuzma at the 3. You have the right side. You have good size there. You do have good size there. But maybe they just don't feel like, Rui is a good enough 4. I mean, or the Wizards could get a backup 5 and go right now Monte Morris, Bradley Beal, Kyle Kuzma, Porzingis, and Daniel Gafford. I mean, and rock out with that 5. You have size at the 4, you have size at the 3, a little undersized at the 5 for sure. But you could possibly go ahead and go with that. How would y'all feel about that start lineup? Morris, Bill, Kuzma, Porzingis, Gafford. I mean, obviously you would need a legit backup center. You would need a legitimate backup center. I mean, maybe you can get that through a trade. And maybe even start him and then keep Gafford on the bench. Mackie said, bro, that's a lottery lineup. So what's not a lottery lineup, Mac? What's your lineup? I mean, it's not that much different. We're still talking about the same rotation of players. I mean, if that's a lottery lineup, any start lineup they have is about to be a lottery lineup, unless that's how you feel about the team. You said Monte, Bill, Kuz, Rui, KP. Monte, Bill, Kuz, Rui, KP. You said this team need defense. If Kuzma 3 and Hachimura for there's no difference in the team. With Bill, maybe a little bit Porzingis. I was saying maybe not Kuz at the 4 because of how people feel about him defensively. That's why I was saying it. because I know people kind of feel certain ways about about Rui and his defense. So I don't know. Unfazed, I just pray we let TB walk in free agency. I think they let him walk. Memphis, you said Bradley Beal loves DC. Every player in the NBA motivation is not winning a championship or just being on a winning team. Every NBA player, yeah, like I agree. Like Carmelo chose to stay in New York, and that could have cost him a ring. He could have went to Miami and played with Bron and D Wade. He chose to stay in Miami. He could have went to Chicago with Noah and D Rose. He chose to take that bag and he stayed in New York. And he still doesn't have a ring because of it. I mean, he's trying to get there now, but maybe too late. Memphis said every NBA player goal is not the narrative. ESPN FS1 feed you guys. Okay, Memphis? Okay. Talk to him. Mac said any lineup you put together with this mixture of talent is headed to the lottery. Talk to him, Mac. Okay. So that's how you feel it in general. Okay. I feel that. I definitely feel that. Yeah, I mean, like I said, this team, I still feel like is like a lottery. I mean, not a lottery. I still feel like this team currently constructed is playing to, playing. Because 7 seed is playing. I still think this is a playing roster. Currently constructed, I still think this is a playing roster. Because they're not de facto better than anybody right now. We all know to look at the current teams right now.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Rich, thank you for the sub. I appreciate
Yes,
the sub.
sir.
Thank you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Because right now, let's look at it. They're not better than the Heat. They're not better than the Celtics. They're not better than the Bucks. They're not better than the Sixers. I don't think they're better than the Bulls. Personally, the Raptors. I don't know. I don't know what the Raptors will be doing. They're not better than the Nets, even with the mess that they are. They aren't better than the Nets. I don't think they're better than the Hawks. I don't think they're better than the Cavs. Cavs just got unlucky with injuries last season, but I think they'll continue to improve. I don't think they're better than the Cavs. Knicks is up for debate. They're close. Hornets, I think, is kind of up for debate. I don't think the Hornets are that much better than the Wizards. And then Pistons are getting better. Magic are Magic. Pacers are trying to improve as well. But they're not like de facto better than anybody. You know what I mean? Like, I can still say the Raptors are better than the Wizards, especially if they keep Van Vliet, Siakam, OG, Gary Trent. Like, I can easily still say the Raptors are better than the Wizards. So yeah, it's not a lot of teams the Wizards are like better than. It's teams that I feel like they're close to, and that's like the Knicks and Hornets, and that's kind of like playing. Because the Hawks and the Cavs were the Hawks and the Cavs, and then the Nets. So your play-ins were Hornets, who I think they're like not that much better than the Wizards. I think they're like there. And then you have the Cavs, so I think the Wizards are better than the Wizards. You have the Hawks, and then the Nets, who I all think are better than the Wizards. So it's like, and I still feel that way. So I'm still looking at playing with this team right now. I'm still looking at playing. I don't see them. I haven't this move or the roster constructed currently. I don't see them jumping into that 6 seed territory. I don't. And I think a lot of people would agree with that, who are realistic about things. I don't see them jumping into no 6 seed right now. I think they're firmly in the play-in spot, which they've been in for the last couple seasons. So they're firmly in that play-in spot still. Rich, you said, what's up? So knows how to use Monte and Barton really well from his time in Denver. He knows how to use them very well. Yeah. And that's why I said I would think he would be comfortable, with Monte being the guy and starting. I think he would be comfortable with starting Will Barton at the 3 because he knows them. He knows their weaknesses, like I said earlier. He knows their strength. So it's cool. I think he's fine with it. He's fine with them as well. I think I mean, like I said, they still need a point guard. They still need another point guard. I still think they need to kind of consolidate at the forwards position. And I would want a better third big than Vernon Carey Jr. Still, so my hopes for the Wizards and what I think the Wizards need, they still need another point guard. They need to clear up whatever the F they got going on at this forward spot. And I would like a better third big than Vernon Carey Jr. I would like a better third big. So, but this roster currently constructed, we still playing for playing. We're still in our playing game, whether it's the 7th seed or the 8th seed or the 9th seed or the 10th seed. This is, still a playing roster. So there's a lot of work to be done for the Wizards to want to compete as they so badly want to do, and that's so badly keeping them from rebuilding. So we'll see. We'll definitely see. Bobby said gunning for that 9th seed. Woohoo. Just blow it up, man. And I'll talk, in every team you need balance. Not the whole game is offense. There's also defense that you should consider to think about. That's facts. In order to be a really good basketball team, you need to also be good defensively. You need to be really good defensively. You can be good offensively. The Wizards under Scott Brooks had top 10 offenses and bottom 10 defenses, and they were losers or inconsistent winners because they would have high-scoring games and shootout games, and you cannot consistently win basketball games if you don't consistently play defense. When the Wizards were a top 5, top 10 defensive unit to start the season, they were 10-3. When they started to be trash defensively, even when the offense started to get better, they still were losing. I mean, defense matters, man. As they say, defense helps win championships, or defense wins championships. But yeah, you definitely have to have good offense, but you gotta have good defense, man. You got to have a good defense. You don't gotta, not saying you gotta be elite, but you gotta be really good, man. Respectable for sure. Mike, you said Indiana will be healthy, which pushes Wiz further down the standings. I don't think Indiana will be better than the Wizards, though. I don't think Indiana's talent on paper is like, Halliburton, I think, is good. Still, young, working his way up. Miles Turner is Miles Turner. Chris Duarte, I like. Buddy Hield is cool. Benedict Mathurin, he's rookie. They're all right. They're all right. I don't think they have, when you look at paper, like, bar for bar talent level, I think the Wizards clear the Pacers. As far as, like, when you look at just talent on paper, I think the Pacers are still, like, maybe a couple years away. But they could definitely lap the Wizards. TJ, I forgot about TJ Warren, bro. Bro was Kobe in the bubble, and that was the last time we ever heard of him. Just was hurt. And that was he was Kobe in the bubble. Last time we ever heard from the man. Got hurt, that was just it. I completely forgot that boy was on that team. Completely forgot. You said we got a little better. I just think a little. Yeah, like a little. A little. To that fight with Jimmy. Love from Israel. Shout out to all my guys watching from Israel right now. Shout out to y'all. He said Miles Turner can't stay healthy. Yeah, like the Pacers, they just don't have any else. Like trading Sabonis was pretty much their like, yeah, they're rebuilding. They're completely rebuilding team right now. Like they have pieces for sure, but they're still a very much rebuilding team. They traded their only All-Star on the team. Miles Turner ain't been no All-Star, right? I don't think he has. Malcolm Brogdon ain't been no All-Star. And Malcolm Brogdon they're looking to trade, so. For, I presume, young pieces. But yeah, man, it's so, all in all, we all came to the conclusion that we like the trade. We think the trade is cool. Still a lot of work to be done. Still a lot of clarification on this roster to be done. And I still feel like the team's a lottery team right now. I mean, not lottery. I keep saying lottery. Matt got lottery in my head, man. I still think the team's a play-in team right now, currently constructed. So we'll see the moves the Wizards make. We'll see if they do anything exciting or if it's just going to be a bunch of mid-level exception type moves from this point on. I mean, if that's that, then okay. Yeah. I think it's as simple as that. Brandy said, why did Denver do that trade though? They probably like KCP's fit more than they like Will Barton's fit as far as like a 3-and-D guy. They probably like KCP's fit more. And Monte Morris was expendable. They have Jamal Murray coming back. They have Bones Highland, who they really like. People say Campazzo, but I think the main focus really is more Monte Morris. I say Monte Morris. Bones Highland, who I think is really good, and they also think is really good, and Jamal Murray. So that kind of made Morris expendable. So they went to trade for somebody who they felt like improved their team, and KCP. I mean, Ish Smith is like he'll be there, but, But it was mainly about KCP. I think they just like his fit a little bit more at the 2 rather than Will Barton's fit at the 2. And I think KCP is going to have a really good role. He's going to be at the 2, which is better, which he is. He was a 3 with the Wizards. He was an undersized 3. I think he was playing out of position. He's not a small forward. I think he's a shooting guard, and he'll be playing the shooting guard spot in Denver, which I think is where he should be playing. And he'll be more back into that natural catch and shoot role. He won't be doing a lot of the BS he was kind of doing in Washington. His role will be lessened, and he'll be back kind of to how he was in LA with the Lakers. More to catch and shoot, which is what he excels at, and playing defense. Saying you said I woke up to the trade. Yeah, the trade was cool. Not jumping for joy, but giving hand claps for it. Decent job, Tommy. Decent job. Getting Will back was nice. Monte's cool. But yeah, there's so much more improving to do on this roster. I'm still looking for a big swing. This doesn't really change my thoughts on the Wizards. I still think the Wizards, this was a pretty expected move. This move didn't come to a shock to anybody. Like, whoa, we got Monte Morris. We knew Monte Morris was an option. We knew KCP and Kyle Kuzma were on the board, on the chopping block. So we knew they could have possibly been moved. We knew Monte Morris was an option, just like if it was Tyus Jones, that wouldn't have been a shock. We knew that these were options. This didn't come as a shock. We kind of knew this could be coming. I'm still waiting for a big swing to really get excited. This doesn't excite me. This is like, cool. What's next? Is it like MLE, like, oh, we got Victor. Yeah, cool. Other than that, it's alright. It's cool. I'm not complaining about it. I think it's a good trade. I think it was a good move for the Wizards. But I'm not jumping for joy. There's still a lot of confusion on this roster, man. There's still a lot of figuring out what this team wants to do and how they're going to do it. But free agency starts tomorrow. Of course, I don't know. The Wizards, like, media, not Wizards media, but NBC Sports Washington, they're going to try to build this up like, oh, you got your point guard. You got your 3-and-D guy and Will Barton. You got blah, blah, blah. You got all this. Like, this move is pretty mid, honestly. It's a mid move. It's a W move, but it's a mid move. I wouldn't be done looking for a point guard. There's still so much work to be done on this team. I'm not getting hype about it. It's cool. It's nice because the Wizards did something, and we're happy the Wizards finally did something. But this move was okay. It helps. It definitely helps. But I'm looking for a big swing. This ain't a big swing. So, cool. But I'm not, you know what I mean? I ain't bugging out for it. So, that's really my, full thoughts on it. Say yeah, I like the trade, but not fully sold. Yeah. So yeah, I'm cool. It's cool. It's cool. Definitely, it's cool. Um, but man, we'll see. We'll see how everything turns out. We'll see how much what the Wizards do in free agency. Free agency is tomorrow at 6 p.m. Eastern time. I will be streaming tomorrow to see what Bradley Beal does, because I expect that move that may get done day one on free agency, the opt out and the re-signing that may get all done. The John Wall to the Clippers will be done. Jalen Brunson to the Knicks. Expect a couple things to get done day one. He said Glass Neto worth more than that. Talk to him, Brandon. B said Glass someone else sees it too. But yeah, so cool. Cool way to start the morning, guys. It's nice to finally come on here and talk to somebody. Talk about somebody and something that the Wizards actually did. Alex, you said, what kind of money do we have for free agent? Not a lot. After Bill's moved, we looking at like mid-level exception type of stuff. We don't got big money, especially when Bill signs that contract. We ain't looking at a bunch of big money. We out here hustling food stamps. That's what we doing. We hustling food stamps for 50 cents on the dollar right now. We working out with the EBT card. We working out with the EBT card right now. We ain't got a bunch of money to be working with. Creepsy said tomorrow all big players will sign in free agency. I think a lot of the deals you hear about, like how you hear about Bradley Beal, he's likely to opt out and then sign, like stuff like that. Jalen Brunson, how you hearing all the noise that's pretty much a done deal. Like stuff like that'll get done. But like DeJounte trades, John Collins trades, I don't know if that happens day one of free agency. But like John Wall to the Clippers, stuff we kind of know already. I think a lot of that'll happen. But like some of the more stuff may be like day 2, day 3. But it'll get done. Stuff will happen. Trades will happen in the midst of Summer League. All that. Summer League, which is coming up real soon. Saint, you said, when will we have money to spend? That's a good question, brother. The Wizards haven't had money to spend since like 2016 when they blew it all on Andrew Nicholson and Ian Mahinmi. They haven't had money in a long time. To just spend. Alex, you said, because the last time they had money, they blew it and wasted it all. Alex, you said, Brunson going to get paid, Kevin. Alex, you said, at least we aren't the Knicks. The Knicks doing what they feel like is best for them. Hey, they feel like Brunson that guy. Brunson is that guy. Ain't his dad on the ain't something with Jalen Brunson's dad in the Knicks? Ain't there something going on with that or something? I feel like I keep seeing Jalen Brunson's dad on Twitter or something. People keep saying that. Bernie said, I'm ready for Davis Todd Summer League show. Bees, you said, Emi agent is the GOAT. Oh, yeah. GOAT agent. GOAT agent. GOAT agent. Definitely. Definitely GOAT agent. You said, yeah, they hired his pops. Yeah. So that's a done deal. But that's about it for me, guys. I'm about to go eat this chicken sandwich. I'm going to upload that video I made too as well. I appreciate all you guys tuning in. And I heard that too about the salary cap going up, Davon. I did see that tweet too. So yeah, I appreciate all you guys checking in. We'll see. I'm sure that's the only move the Wizards will make for the rest of the day. So that's what we'll be talking about. But I'm glad the Wizards did something, gave me something to come on here fast and talk about with you guys. And we'll see what the Wizards do next, man. Like I said, work ain't done. I hope they don't think they sitting back and high-fiving each other like they just won the finals or something. They should still be on the phones, man, period. Which it seems like they are, which is good. More moves to be made. But thank you guys for tuning in with your boy. Like I said, if you want to become a member, hit the link in the comment section. Or if you want to join all when I'm off the stream, when I'm not streaming. You could always just go to my channel on your desktop and then hit that join button and then hit join. You get your badge, you get your emotes, all that good stuff. But thank you guys so much for joining me today. I appreciate all of you guys, my beautiful people. I will be back with you guys tomorrow when free agency starts up, man. So it's gonna be lit. Bradley Beal stuff should be officialized and all that good stuff. We'll see. So I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for tuning in with me, man. Peace, guys. And have a good day. Have a good rest of you guys' day.